Now they're pissing around with my connection. So I'm quite glad I missed some things for tomorrow. But I've thought of a solution now anyway. It doesn't matter. Anyway, I'm glad I came out for a walk in the sun. It's nice to get some sunshine. I haven't seen too many people, so that's good as well. So I ended up qualifying in health and safety at work because I couldn't do what I wanted to do. So I was doing my job, which was a mental health housing support worker, and I just got to the stage where I was finding it really boring and I wanted another option. And so it came to our team meeting that the organisation wants some people, two people, to do the NEBOSH National Certificate in Health and Safety at Work. Because of the size of the organisation, we needed two people in the organisation qualified. And it was supposed to be directors because health and safety at work is considered such an important thing that it was supposed to be people very senior in the organisation who did it. But they didn't want to bother. So they described it as a career development opportunity and offered it to us. And since I was thinking of another job anyway, I thought, well, I'll do that, see if I like it any better than mental health. And then it turned out I hated it. So the other people who qualified, like there was one other person who qualified at the same time as me, although we didn't go to the course together, we went to different ones. And the other people who qualified, who were all men by the way, it's a very male-dominated field, health and safety at work. There was only me and another woman on the course, and we just sat together, and all the rest were like really big men, like builders and stuff like that. And there was me who worked in mental health, and then this other woman who was a dental nurse. So, yeah, it was pretty boring, the course. But anyway, I qualified. And it cost £1,000. It cost £1,000 for our organisation, for them to pay for me to do this course, and that was in 2004. Because anything to do with the government costs really a lot of money. And then they also paid me £300 extra on top of what they paid me already, because I'd done this significant training. And then for about 3 years after that, I did all the health and safety training in the organisation, which was compulsory for every employee. So every couple of months or so, me and another staff member would conduct health and safety training. I don't really like it, but it teaches you to teaches you to think in a certain way that you didn't think like before. That's how I found it when I found it a lot. And I went to do a risk assessment of a drop-in that one of my colleagues was running. And so anyway, I looked around. It wasn't a very big place. Like, it was 2 rooms and a toilet, and that was basically it. And all I said to her was, because first of all, I had to ask who comes in the drop-in. Like, are all the people who come in, are the adults, or do children come in as well? And it turned out that some children came in as well, because there was like a family group or something like that. And so I said, well, in that case, then you need to take the bleach out of the toilet and put it in the locked cupboard. And also I said, you need to stick this carpet down here. She was so amazed about this. She was like, did you learn all that on your course? Like, I'd come out with some really amazing knowledge, and all I said was you have to move the bleach and stick the carpet down. Yeah, so thinking about one of the things that I changed for me was thinking not only about who obviously might be at risk, like the people who are just there, the people who I assume would use the drop-in, for example, but to ask the people who are working there, who comes in, who has access to this. One example they gave us on the course, which I really liked, to illustrate how you need to ask the people who are working in the environment what the challenges they face are, because they're definitely going to have something that you would never ever think of. And this was the one: a window cleaner went up on the roof of a bungalow to clean windows on the roof. And when he looked around, a big dog had walked up the ladder after him and was menacing him, and he couldn't get off the roof again. So there's all kinds of things that you need to think of that you wouldn't think of unless you talk to the people who actually work in the occupation, like that. There was another thing as well. Yeah, whenever I said anything, they'd just be like amazed, like, did you learn all that on your course? And it was usually a very simple thing, because oh yeah, I've just remembered something else as well. So we used to hand out evaluation forms to people at the end of the course. And then me and the other trainer would laugh at the things that people wrote on them. And one of the things they wrote was, "This course is very basic," or "it was very simple," or something like that. And we were both laughing at this, saying, well, yeah, it's health and safety at work. It's not rocket science. It's not meant to be complicated. So we started off the next course that we did saying, "We don't apologise for the basic information in this course. You're meant to be able to understand it." Yeah, what was the other thing as well? There was something else. I can't remember it just now. But in any case, it was being a qualified health and safety assessor that made me realise instantly that Rowan Williams was lying about the story he told on 9/11 when he said that they were in an office building basically, and that they found some masks and then most of them strapped them on. And it's just so utterly ridiculous that there should be such a large number of masks in an office building in the financial district of New York. It's just completely ridiculous. And as soon as he said that, I knew that he was lying, that there was something going wrong. Within half an hour of realising 9/11 was an inside job, I already knew that Rowan Williams was lying about it. I realised it was an inside job, and then the next thought that came into my head was, I just know Rowan Williams has got something to do with this. I ended up researching him because what I wanted to know was, why did Rowan Williams do this to me? It was totally bizarre. I wasn't anything to do with him at all. And so I wanted to find that out, and that's what I found out. All about the New World Order. About the fact that Tony Blair, who appointed him Archbishop of Canterbury, uh, was also a part of it, a globalist puppet. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm ending my live stream now. I don't want to be using too much data. I can't believe. Some people are writing some bizarre things in these comments. I hope you're in the UK legal. Well, I'm not in the UK anyway. But if I were, I'm a British citizen. This must be some foreigner who can't understand my accent. I was on a Dutch ferry once when an American asked me directions, and I started to answer him, and he looked really confused and said to me, "Excuse me, are you speaking English or Dutch?" So that's probably what it is. I have the documentation. I've got a British passport. So anyway, I am ending the live stream now.